Woo! This bitch is shaking the table.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Shaking the Table. Today I have my friends Kesanet, Eden, and Beza. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Okay, so one of the topics that I was definitely thinking a lot about was cancel culture, and then the other one was stan culture. And I feel like you three are the perfect people to discuss this with, just because I know that you're all stans, especially Beza, who literally wants Vince Staples to what did you say, spit in your mouth?
I never said that.
Yes, she
I said I want Rico Nasty to spit in my mouth.
She wants Vince Staples to curse her out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Curse
you
me
want
out.
Vince Staples to curse you out. So we're going to talk about stan culture, like where that comes from and everything like that. And then we're also going to talk about cancel culture because this Jordan Woods thing needs to be addressed. So which one should we talk about first? Because I feel like I need to get into this tea.
I have a lot to say on stan culture, so let's leave that for...
Okay, we can get into cancel culture. So first things first. First of all, I didn't even know that, like, we were just talking about this before, but I didn't even know that people gave a fuck about Kylie Jenner and the Kardashians in general. Like, especially people of color. Like, a lot of black people have been talking about this situation. I'm like, when do we care about Kylie? When do we care about them musty-ass, color pop-ass lipsticks that she's been trying to sell for $45? When do we care about any of her sisters? When do we care about... Last thing I heard about the Kardashians was that Lamar Odom was on crack. Like, that's the last thing I heard, and that's the last thing that was relevant. And so now everybody's like, Jordan Woods fumbled the bag, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like...
Did people know who Jordan Woods before?
I don't think so. I think people just saw her,
They
like...
knew of her, but, like, they didn't care about her. Like,
Yeah, they were like, that's the black best friend.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the next generation of Kardashians is black, blah, 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 blah. But, like, people didn't actually know who she was.
I thought we all left Kylie Jenner in 2017, not even 2018. So I'm very confused. Very confused.
Yeah, people automatically cancel her. But what was funny is that everybody was like, oh, I see why Tristan did what he did. Like, look at Jordan. She looks so good now. Blah, blah, blah. Like, no one has canceled him. Everyone's just like, bye, Jordan. You fumbled your bag. And, like, all the memes and stuff are funny. But, like, I don't know. It's just weird to me how quickly we could go from loving someone one day. Like, on that Monday, we could be like, oh, my God, I love this person. Like, she's the baddest bitch, blah, blah, blah. And then by Thursday, it's like, we never want to hear from this person again. And it's just weird. Like, it's so weird how the internet literally switches up so fast.
It's also funny who the internet decides to do that to. That's what's most interesting to me. Like, Kylie Jenner messes up every fucking week. Every other week, it seems like. But as soon as a black girl fucks up a little bit,
No,
like...
Also, Kylie did the same exact thing Jordan allegedly did to
Justine
with,
Skye.
With Justine
Wait,
and with
what?
China.
Yeah, Justine Skye and Travis Scott used to date. And then Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott now have a child together. And they
So
used to
wait,
be
they're
best
not
friends.
friends?
They're not friends anymore.
Girl.
And then
Woo
Kylie did
child,
same
the
thing
ghetto.
with Tyga and Black China.
Yeah.
What?
Black China used to be best friends with
Oh,
Kim.
yeah. I completely forgot. See, I told you, I don't even be paying attention to this family. So it's just like, it's so weird. Well, they all be dating each other anyway. I feel like everybody in Hollywood just like pass each other around like hot potatoes. So
a lot of people were like, it's about the betrayal because they expected Tristan to be like,
trash.
yeah, but then Jordan being like basically a family member, they're like, oh no, she's canceled.
I don't know why we're always trying to view white women as victims. Like,
I did not feel bad for anybody
like,
involved.
I don't care. I didn't care before. Like, honestly, I kind of like Jordan more now.
What?
Yeah, like, I feel bad for her. I'd be like, damn, yeah, I'm about to get some of her products.
Let me leave that one good review.
I know that review shit was like so annoying to me because it's
Wait,
like,
can y'all tell me what happened? Because I actually don't know what happened.
wait, with what?
With the review. Like,
Oh no, people were just like giving it 1 stars, being like, these lashes suck, like this one's for Kylie, like just saying wild stuff.
Trashes her behavior toward the Kardashians.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's just
okay.
dumb because you didn't even try the product. Like, you didn't even buy the lashes. You're
This
just like,
is verified.
go Kylie.
Verified review.
Go Kylie. It's so goofy. And like you said, basically, the whole thing about people picking who they want to cancel, like literally, Beyonce could come out, the queen bee that she is, Beyonce could come out and be like, fuck all of y'all, and just like say some petty ass shit about black people or whatever, say some classist stuff, kind of like what Bill Cosby used to do, like just talk down on poor black people, and we would still go to the concert, we would still like be standing Beyonce or Jay-Z or anybody, but let it be somebody like Doja Cat. This was done in a week and a half.
See, no, stan culture is a protective layer. Like, if you got stans, like, you're kind of like invincible against
like Nicki Minaj.
Yeah,
Yes.
like, your stans will, like Ariana Grande. She does anything like remotely off,
Yeah.
Her stans will come and get you. Like, they would form a circle around her. And, like...
It's crazy.
You can't do nothing to her. So, like, even with, like, no one thinks of the Kardashians as having stans, but, like, they really do have stans.
But they do.
Yeah, there are people that literally will be waiting for Kim Kardashian to drop something.
That's so crazy.
Sell out $1 million in an hour. Like, there are people that actually sit up and watch that show and actually keep up with them.
So people act all surprised when, like, the Kardashians continually, like, messed up or, like, act messy and whatnot, and, like, they're still relevant. But they have viewers supporting an entire TV show. Like,
exactly.
They have Kris Jenner.
They have Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner, let me tell you something. Kris Jenner is a business woman. Like,
period.
Yeah.
I always think about, like...
My favorite Kardashian.
I'm like, yo, I'm not working hard as Kris Jenner today. I need to do better. Like,
nobody is ever working as hard as Kris Jenner.
My motivation to success. How is Kris Jenner handling this moment? What would Kris Jenner do?
You know, like, Stan Twitter is very selective in what they choose.
It's so true because literally, like, back when the whole Chris Brown Rihanna thing happened, like, everybody hated Chris Brown. It's a known fact, whatever, like... You know, anything that Chris Brown, like, within those 3 years of when the incident happened, like, he was done. We all thought he was going to be finito. This man's still making music. The people are still being like, oh my God, I love Chris Brown, blah, blah, blah. Remember that one flip that he did on March Madness? Like, people still talk about Chris Brown to this day. And it's just like, if we really canceled all of these people, they would not be able to put out music. 6ix9ine, I thought this man was done.
We gotta talk about the double standard.
We have
These are some... excuse my French, niggas. Like,
yeah, that's true.
These are some men. Like, men are virtually invincible. Like, even with, like, the whole Kanye stuff, like, yeah, he's quote unquote canceled now, but how long did that take? Like, it took like 2 years of him saying crazy stuff. Yeah. And he's barely canceled, he's not canceled.
He's not. People are still buying his shoes. People were still supporting anything he put out.
Yeah. Not even saying that he should be canceled, but it's just so interesting who we decide to cancel and who we don't. Yeah. We don't give second chances to women climbing up the charts. I mean, like, there's certain women like Cardi B who are like kind of establish their place, have stands, like you were saying, making them invincible. That, and, you know, Nicki Minaj, her stands,
her
loaded.
Fans will find your phone number, your social security number. They will hack your bank account. They will beat your mama. Did you see the tweet that Mariah Lynn said that they beat her mama?
Oh no, really?
Yeah, so Mariah Lynn, sorry. For people at home, like, Mariah Lynn is on Love and Hip Hop New York, and she was saying that, I don't know what the issue was that she had with Nicki Minaj, but...
Oh, I know what you're talking about. She wrote an article, right?
Yeah, because DJ Self and Nicki Minaj had an issue. And basically, fast forward, they, like, some of Nicki Minaj's fans, like, beat her mom up, like, jumped her mom and was like, this is for Nicki, or whatever they said. But it's just, like, so wild to think about that there are people that have never met this woman in their lives, but they are willing to assault someone and go to jail for this person. And that's what makes, like, this, like, just the internet and, like, the stan culture and everything so much more dangerous. Because as a kid, it's like, oh my God, I love B2K. I want to go to a concert. Mommy, give me the money to go to a concert. Let's put their posters in my room. Now it's we're leaking phone numbers to Grammy producers or whatever, just to, like, prove a point or just to get people on your side.
The craziest stans. Mariah Carey stans.
Ooh.
Really?
My kind of Twitter.
What do you mean?
The lambs? The lambs geek.
Like,
why are they called the lambs?
They were like, give us a name. She was like, y'all the lambs.
I love her.
Literally no
reason. I love
Mariah.
Yo, dog, Mariah Carey does not care about anything, and I hope to be at that point in my life.
I love her
so much. Say one bad thing about Mariah Carey. Her stans will just leak your nudes. Like,
you ain't even got nudes. They gonna take them and then leak them.
They're going to Photoshop you on some ugly ass nudes where the titties lopsided and they got hair everywhere, and they're gonna be like, that's you. And there's gonna be no way for you to prove that it's not you except to leak your own nudes. That's Mariah culture.
And then you get played twice.
Exactly. So, I mean, I don't know. I just think that it's, like, hella weird to think about. Doja Cat was really done after that 1 week and a half. Jordan Woods is allegedly done because of this whole situation. Now everybody's saying she homeless. Like, that shit's funny. It's not, actually. Like, this is a crazy situation. Migos, I don't think that they're ever going to be... Well, they need to stop making music, number one, but I don't think they're ever going to be actually canceled.
They were never even canceled on Twitter. Like, people got mad at them, tweeted about it, and then still listen to their songs. Like, they were never canceled. Like, Migos is canceled was, like, I never actually said. Like, that phrase is very, like...
It's such a buzzword now. Canceling someone is such a buzzword.
Mm-hmm. Such a buzzword. And
the lack of, like, you don't accept apologies, like, on Twitter. Like, is what's kind of wild.
Yeah, early Twitter, like, I got on Twitter maybe 2011 when I was in high school. We used to tweet the wildest stuff, like I'm talking stuff that if somebody pulled up my old tweets or whoever, like, I would actually have to apologize for. I'm not going to apologize, just saying. But, like, a lot of us, if we go through our old tweets, we would see some stuff that we should not have said. But in that moment, we thought it was hilarious because that's what Twitter used to be. You just get on, just like Tumblr. You get on, you troll, whatever, you get off. You know what I'm saying? You post funny videos of your friends, post embarrassing stuff, whatever. It literally functioned like a Finsta account in a way. It was like, we're just going to put this, like, goofy version of our personality online. Now Twitter is becoming, like, a place where you just throw certain buzzwords out. Like, this is so toxic. This is toxic masculinity. This is cancel. Like, this person's canceled. Like, you just say certain words to, like, get people to react a certain way. And it's so dumb. It's so performative.
They expect, like, perfection out of people. I'm like, y'all were not like that age also.
But it's
like
just
also,
nature. It's just also, it's so, baby. It's just so interesting what deems someone eligible of being canceled and what doesn't. Like, okay, like, sticking a fork up your girlfriend's vagina doesn't get you canceled.
Who did that?
But
extension cord.
Oh my god!
But
not extension cord.
But saying like,
I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell on a spirit plane.
And we can't. It took us how many years to cancel R. Kelly?
No, that's so true.
And people are still trying to pay his bond.
It took.
I saw an article today.
It took Vince Staples saying some wild shit on Coachella's interview to even start a conversation in 2018. Like, and people are trying to say what he said was wild. All he said was R. Kelly a piece of fucking shit. That's not wild.
Waits for the lie.
That's not wild.
It took decades to cancel this man. Everybody knew what he was doing, and everyone was enabling it in a way.
So disgusting.
Like the one girl who Uncle kept the news or whatever the video because she because he was paying her.
Yeah, and then when he couldn't make the full payments, then he turned over. It's just like, what's wrong?
Yeah,
with
like
you?
That's weird to think about my uncle keeping a video of me that's like basically child porn.
Yeah, stop him from doing that shit to other people.
That's the one bad thing about, like, cancel culture. Like, people who are actually, like, hurting people do not get canceled. But if you say one wrong thing, like, I really think an actual action, like, should have more weight than, like, what words are being said. Yeah. Yes, that's harmful too, but, like, it's two different situations. But you guys attack the easy targets. People who just say things.
Also, people, like, I'm not saying it's right, but in high school, like, how many, like, 75% of us were using slurs, whether that be homophobic slurs, whether that be, like, the R word, you know, stuff like that. But there's also, like, this sense of cancel culture when it comes to, like, people saying stuff, for example, like, about women. Like, if you're constantly coming on Twitter saying some crazy stuff about women, like, and I don't, like, really thinking about your thoughts and putting it out there, then, like, okay, yeah, you could be canceled. But I don't think it has the same effect as using a slur that everyone was using in high school. Yeah. Like,
yeah, I didn't know, like you said, I didn't know until I came to college. Someone told me, like, you can't say the R word. Yeah. And they had to actually explain it to me because as kids, like, everything is funny. What's sick is, like, everybody goes through a certain period. Well, I don't say everybody, but a majority of teenagers went through a period where we would just say the most ridiculous things because we thought it was funny or we thought it was going to get a rise out of somebody.
You weren't watching those little Hillary Duff PSAs? You can't say that.
No, I was not. Like, certain things, or, like, a lot of people I grew up with would say, like, that's so gay, to say, like, that's so dumb, or, you know what I'm saying?
So
like,
feminine.
Yeah, stuff like that.
That's so girl wearing a skirt as a top.
Yeah, certain stuff like that. It's like you don't actually think about it until someone, like, educates you. And I think that we all, a lot of people on Twitter expect everyone to have the same education level as them. Like, they expect every single person to know everything about every topic. First of all, you don't even know everything about every topic, but you expect this person who doesn't have the same education level as you, did not grow up in the same, like, social circles as you, is not, like, as well versed as you to understand that they can't say this if you don't explain it to them. I think people just attack instead of, like, really trying to educate them. This is why you shouldn't say that. And granted, like, in most cases, I can see people being like, it's not my job to educate you. Okay, but don't just come out and just attack people.
I used to think like that, but then
it depends on what it is.
Yeah,
though.
I agree. Like, it's not your educate. Like, it's not. Wow. it's not your place to educate somebody, but then also if you're starting a conversation with somebody, like if you're hopping in their mentions, call them out. Why can't you tell them like what they're saying is wrong? Like, why can't you take the time out of like?
But also, I think kind of what Lauren is saying is more of like if there's like where we're at, like the knowledge that we have is like very, very like is. Not unique.
We're in a bubble in a way.
We're really in a bubble.
We went to a liberal college, so a lot of people are already like free thinking, open mind to a certain extent. A lot of people we went to school with are more open minded than the average person our age.
People don't have exposure to the knowledge that we have, and so for someone to come into your mentions, have a whole argument with you, and then you say, "Oh, you use this word, so this is why your entire argument is invalid," is just ridiculous. Because it's like people are really creating full arguments, and people are just shooting them down because they don't have the right semantics. They don't know exactly how to say it in like this professional academic way. You know what I'm saying?
Inaccessible as hell. Like
it is. When you really think about it, it kind of is. There are a lot of people that don't like. They're not even on that wavelength.
No, hey, when I saw something on Twitter the other day and it really pissed me off. It was this like Twitter scholar. Quotations.
Twitter scholar.
What's it called?
So Sean King.
No, so she
unblock Eden if you're listening to this podcast.
Sean King, please unblock Eden. She didn't mean it.
Yes, I did.
She came in and said, "I said what I said." Period.
She said this really hot take that a lot of people disagreed with, and then the entire time while she was trying to defend herself, she kept calling them uneducated, like rescind your high school diploma and all this shit. But I'm like, that's very privileged coming from you who has an education. Yeah. Who has like the access to all this information.
This was one of the girls in the R. Kelly documentary, just so everyone knows. What was she again? Like, what was her actual profession?
She's a journalist.
She's a journalist?
Writer. So so she's in a profession that's very like articulate. But like, you saying that someone who doesn't have like an education like can't be articulate in like a topics such as like race relations and like Brazil industrial complex, like it's actually like, what is wrong with you? Like, so that's something I really hate about like this like go educate yourself thing. Like, people might be educated, they just might not be using the same words as you, but like they know what they're trying to say.
Twitter might also only be their only platform for education and like knowledge sharing. Also, like people don't have like people don't know. I mean, obviously the internet is accessible to everyone, but if you don't have the knowledge to know where to look for stuff,
that's true.
How would you look for it?
Also, as a university student, you have access to free databases from your university. You know how expensive it is to read an article like from a professional journal if you're not a student? Nobody's gotta pay $40 to read one article.
I never thought about that, but that's true.
Yeah,
that's fucking wild.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people on Twitter now. That's why I like I'm on Instagram more because it's less of like the. I don't know. Twitter,
pretentiousness.
That too, but Twitter just seems so angry. Like I've noticed at the beginning of 2019, I noticed this. A lot of people on Twitter are very like argumentative. They're very combative lately. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that just is like the political climate. I don't know if that's just people their eyes are more open now. But Twitter was never this like tit for tat, back and forth. You're wrong. You're blocked. You're canceled. Like Twitter was never a space for like, I could get on and 15 people are arguing about one topic. That never happens.
Also with stan culture, they really like use like cancel culture as like tokens to kind of like one up another artist. Like, oh, like my artist is unproblematic. Like, you know, like
I never thought about that.
Like it's like they're exchanging it. Like when you attack an artist, like, oh, like this person's like said this and this, like kind of
like with the whole, I have an example with Selena Gomez be saying some dumb stuff. That's why she is blocked and muted by me. But when she was saying all that stuff about Black Lives Matter, everyone was like, Ariana would never do that. Ariana's
like a
queen.
Comparison. Yeah.
So I think it's not really like seen with like rappers, but like pop artists like Ariana stands, like Demi, like those type of stands. Mm-hmm. Like they come for each other, like based on like wokeness levels of like their artists.
Well, I think we should go back to, we didn't really talk about stan culture in general.
Yeah, because
before we just go deep into it like that, like what is stan culture, Kesanet?
And how I would define it is like, so there's fans who listen to music, and then there's fans who like, oh, like watch interviews here and there, but like stan culture is kind of like a lifestyle. Like,
yeah, it's to the extreme. Yeah, it's like I love this person. I'm obsessed with them.
Like their presence changed.
It's like you're me.
I didn't even look at you when I said that. But I'm gonna let it ride. I didn't say you was an unhealthy stan. I didn't say you was out here like leaking nudes and phone numbers.
Did I say anything?
No, you
Why
looked
you
at me
continuing?
like
You continue.
you looked at me like you felt a little attacked. I was like,
oh no, I like it. I like that definition.
But yeah, like we were saying with the whole stan culture thing, I feel like it used to be just a pop thing. Mm-hmm. Like
it definitely was just a pop thing. Like rappers did not have stans.
Well,
like,
we were just talking about what is pop music, because pop music isn't a type of music.
Yeah.
Pop music just means popular music. And so what's popular now? Hip-hop's popular now.
Yeah.
Rap is popular now. Like, just the whole landscape is changing. So it is pop. People are stans of pop music, but it's just pop music is different than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
we went
the people
from
we're
TikTok
standing is
Kesha
different.
to all my friends are dead.
Hey.
Like that's the transition of how the music, because now it's like mumble rap or just like, I don't know what to describe this. It's like dumb. Like the transition music is kind of dumb. So I guess it kind of like shaped the stan culture now, because now I can say like I'm a stan of this rapper, I'm a stan of this person or that person. But before it was just like you were only a stan of a pop artist.
Yeah. When did that Eminem song come out?
It came out in 2006 maybe.
So yeah, the background stan actually comes from an Eminem song, which I didn't even know about until like maybe like a couple months, maybe like 6-7 months ago.
Well, also, what I was saying is like I had seen that music video when I was younger, so like as I grew up, like at first I didn't realize, like a couple months into like actually becoming a stan, like I realized like where that term came from. I was like, oh, like it is a song, but a lot of people don't know it.
I didn't know it,
and a lot of people talk about.
Have you heard of it at all?
I haven't seen the video, but I know what song it is.
So there's like a music video of him dressing up. Well, explain that a little bit more.
So hey, it's a music video of basically two perspectives. The perspective of like a super fan of Eminem's and then Eminem's. So the fan has been writing like Eminem like letters for months, unanswered, no response. And like he's like, at first he's like very happy to talk about his experience. Like, oh, he has a pregnant girlfriend. He's talking about his life. And as the letters progress, he starts getting angrier and angrier and like more violent. So then, finally, Eminem like responds to Stan's like letters. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I haven't seen this. Like, I've been on tour. Like, whatever." And then he turns on the news and he sees like, oh, like a man like drove off a bridge with his pregnant girlfriend in the backseat, and then he realizes, oh, that was the fan.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I thought stan originally, before I learned about this whole like where it came from, I thought stan culture was just like you really like this person, you go to every concert, like you've met them before, you get autographs. Well,
that is like what it means now, but I think it just started out like the origins of it are like a very dark, super obsessive.
But there's two sides to that too, because there are people that are very dark, obsessive, and it's just like maybe you need to go talk to someone. And then there are fans like, I would say like me, like I think I'm a Drake stan, but I would never like stalk him outside of his home or like do some wild stuff like that just to get it, because like that's obsessive behavior. That's weird to me.
I think what like standing for me at least is like a connection to the artist. Like you can listen to an artist's music, like really like it, but like if it has no like meaning to you, then I really don't think like you would ever get onto a level of like being a stan.
Like you have to kind of know some stuff about them. Like you can't stand an artist if you don't know anything about their life.
That's true.
Like The Weeknd. Nobody knew what The Weeknd looked like before. What year was that? I don't even know what year. Let me not say it or the wrong year.
Let me not say 2006, like Kesanet.
And he had like people that really listened to his music. Nobody was a Weeknd stan because nobody knew what he looked like. Nobody knew what his life story was about. You know what I'm saying? Then people found out this man is Ethiopian. People found out this man is from Toronto. This man blew quickly.
Everybody was like, "That's my cousin."
Literally. So it's just you need to have some type of connection to, and then once you find out more about them, then you go, oh my God, like this line, that's what this line meant. Like when he claimed this hood, like, oh, I know he's from, this place. I know he used to go to this place, with like when he was a kid, I know he really likes this artist, this movie. So, that line like means more to you,
Because why would you stand somebody whose personality you didn't like?
That's true. There are a lot of like artists now that like, I'm like, like Queen Naja, or however you say her name, for example. I like her music, but the second she talks, I'm muting that video. Because she's just annoying. I thought I was annoying. I'm like, no, this shit is next level. Like, her voice, the way she be acting, her ex-husband, whatever he was, like, annoying, bro. But her songs, like the messages in her songs, I feel them. I'm like, I love that song. But like, there's just certain people, like, they don't have that likability.
100%.
They don't have that likability of like what it takes to be as like successful as Cardi B. Cardi B blew up because everyone says to Cardi, like, that's my cousin, that's my sis, that's me. Like, people will literally quote her videos and be like, me, move.
See, but it's also subjective though, because like what you look for an artist is different from like what
exactly
Eden looks in an artist.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's things that you see in yourself. Sometimes it's things that you wish you had in yourself. Like,
that's true.
When I like look at Vince Staples, although he's, you know, a guy, he be saying some wild stuff. And I'm like, wow, I wish I could literally say whatever I wanted. Like, no matter if he's saying something that's agreeable, that's non-agreeable, that, you know, is outlandish, that maybe I don't even agree with. I'm like, wow, you thought something in your head, you just said it out loud.
Yeah, and
like,
with conviction.
That's crazy to me. Like, I aspire to be like that. Like, that's something I love to hear. I love to laugh at. I love to listen to. Because I wish I had that. I had that trait. I don't know. I feel like in middle school, I wasn't going out. I wasn't, you know, like, it would, even 9th grade, like, I wasn't going out to parties. I wasn't hanging out with my friends. My parents were super, super strict. So it's like, okay, I sit in the house and I read a book, or I watch some One Direction YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying?
I think YouTube, for me, is, like, what got me into a lot of these, like, like, I was so interested in these people's lives because YouTube was, like, the first place you can go online and get, like, you could go down a rabbit hole on YouTube. Like, I could go on YouTube to be like, oh, I need to learn how to sew a button. And the next thing you know, I'm looking at, do I want to bleach and dye my hair the color red using this certain dye? Like, it's just so weird, the stuff that I be finding.
No, I think that's so important to talk about YouTube. I'm so glad that we brought it up because without YouTube, there would be no such thing as stan culture. Like, people used to obsess, stan culture to the degree it is now. Because people used to, obsessively write letters? Like, it's 2019. We're not writing letters. We're tweeting.
Yeah, you changed the game.
We're spamming niggas on Twitter.
No, not
we're DMing them.
You.
Okay, not I.
I don't turn his comments to like limited to the people that I think he follows.
I'm hip.
Because I can't comment on his photos anymore. Drake, if you're listening to this, which you're not, please change that because I would love to send you 50 comments about the things I want to do to you. Thank you. Have a good night. But yeah,
but if you want to know something about an artist, you type in, okay, like, One Direction interview, and then you get to the first one, and then you're like, oh, this is 5 minutes. You're like, oh, this one is also 5 minutes. I'll just watch this, and then you're sitting there, and you have wasted 2 hours. 18 hours. Okay, I sleep. I mean, honestly, it's 6 a.m. Your parents are waking up, and you have yet to end the YouTube videos. Like, YouTube really, and okay, when they added up next. It changed the game because at first you would have to click on the next one. Now they automatically come in again. Yeah.
I think that's so interesting too because that's when I started to get into like I don't know when I became like I used to love Drake. Granted, like we were cool middle school. I used to watch Degrassi, all that. First of all, there are people that only know Drake as Drake. Like they don't know him as Jimmy in a wheelchair.
They're not stands.
And that shit is. I'm not saying that they're not stands, but that's just wild to even think about. That's just
Mm-hmm.
wild. Y'all don't remember when he was rapping like he didn't have no food in his fridge, knowing that his mom was white. Like anyway. But yeah, I became a Drake fan like 2013, like a serious Drake fan, like to the point where I was obsessing over every little minor detail because of YouTube. Because I watched a bunch of interviews.
I feel like there's also like a hierarchy within like standom. Like niggas really love being purists. Like, oh, I've been a stan since.
Oh, for sure.
Like, it's very weird. Like,
I do. This has nothing to do with what you're saying. But I'm so sorry. I don't want to lose this point. I think stan culture is really different for black people than white people because when you see a lot of like people that stan, like for example, like black girls that stan Ariana, right? Like they're much more likely to be like, okay, sis, like what you did right there.
It's wrong. Yeah, no, black people call it out.
But I still bang with you though. I'm still
a Mocha Grande president of the Mocha Grandes. I will have a 40-inch ponytail at the concert.
Exactly, but I think what you're talking about the whole Jimmy thing, like, oh, they didn't know he was wheelchair Jimmy. That's how white stans are. Like, it's actually crazy.
They didn't know she was Cat Valentine.
I'm screaming. Like, when we went to the Weeknd concert, like these people that are like stans, like they don't know anything about him. Like they know his last 2 albums. Like that's it. Like, they watch The Weeknd doesn't do interviews, but like that's like they don't know anything about him. So their stan culture is I think very different from
because there's
black people.
It's more of an obsession with the person.
No, but I think that's different. I think that's when white people stand black people, but when white people stand white people,
they know.
Oh, they're crazy.
They know.
Like who?
Any white girl that stands Ariana.
Oh my God.
They know her mom's name, her mom's cat's name, the dog's name that died in 2010. Like, they know everything.
Her mom, her brother,
her grandma.
Yeah,
her dog,
no, that's a little.
They be posting freaking pictures of her dead ex-boyfriend and her. Like, shit pisses me off.
So
like,
weird. You
stop disrespecting Mac Miller and stop disrespecting Ariana Grande by tagging her in your post. Y'all are weirdos. God,
that was so
I really
weird.
wanted to say that
when
on a
he first
platform.
Died, people were making a bunch of videos of like their relationship as if she wasn't engaged to be married. I'm like, okay, I get that you guys are reminiscing on this fact, but like, how does this help? Like, it doesn't.
Yeah. I actually take that back. Mac Miller was my first person that I stand in ninth grade. Yeah, it was One Direction and Mac Miller simultaneously. You know, I like the white boys.
Oh my God.
Caucasian kings in the 9th grade, guys.
Okay.
I've since grown.
I think that king thing only really applies to like black people.
It's Caucasian, K-A-W.
Not she a Kappa.
K-A.
Not she a Kappa.
Don't ever delete this. Crop this out of the video. In the podcast. What?
People from like, if we take it back to Eminem, like, Stan was acting crazy with letters, but I think that is actually kind of tame compared, like, I mean, not killing his girlfriend and all that, but like, that's kind of tame to like what Twitter has given Stans now.
Oh yeah.
Anonymity, like.
Yeah.
You can hide who
You
you
can
are.
make a burner
that
account
word.
and just put any like
I practiced.
anonymity.
Yeah, I was like,
Shut up. But that's true. You can make a whole account. You can use one of their pictures. You don't need your identity.
Information about yourself, and you get hella bold. Like
and they respond to you. Like, you will say some wild stuff, and like them responding to you and saying, "Shut the fuck up," right? And you'll be like, "I cannot believe you."
Yeah,
like,
no, it's so true.
Ariana responded to me on 2/13 in their bio after that.
Yeah, no. Ariana followed me on February 25th.
And that's what I was kind of talking about with like Stans, like who like kind of exchange like what like wokeness between like the artists to come at each other. Like, it's mainly like people who are like on Stan Twitter with like fake accounts. Like, I lost my fucking point.
But they did that with Cardi and Nicki though. When they were arguing, a lot of her fans were like, "Oh, but my fave isn't an ex-stripper who used to take her clothes off for money, blah blah." And it's just like, everyone knew
and
that
these
she was
same
a stripper,
people
and
will
we
say
don't
that.
care.
No, but the crazy thing is, these same people will say they're feminists, that they're all these like super woke things. But when it comes to tearing down someone else, there is no limits. There's no boundaries. You say whatever goes. If you're trying to take them down, so it's guerrilla warfare.
Yeah,
it's actually wild.
It's fair game, and that's so crazy because they will be talking all that like women empowerment bullshit, and then be the first one to be like, "Well, actually, Nicki Minaj never had to like fuck to get in a gang." They say some dumb shit that's not even true, and you just be like, "Okay."
But it's crazy because it happens the other way too. Like, Cardi fans will say the same things about Nicki, and the thing is, even in the Cardi whole Nicki situation, like, I'm usually on Cardi's side because Nicki be wilding. But like, when I see that stuff, I'm like, what's wrong with y'all?
Yeah,
like,
it'd be 6 a.m. on a Tuesday, and people be like, "You know what? Let me just say this about Cardi B," and it's like, thank you.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Just artists who have beef, like Stans.
The Stans definitely orchestrated that beef because it started. She could never be Nicki Minaj, and it's just like, wait. No one even said Nicki's name. You know, tweets that be like nobody, and then under it, like literally nobody, and then it was like, Cardi B will never be Nicki Minaj. It's like,
they internalize that shit. Like, an attack on their fame is an attack on their
If you say that this rapper is better than that rapper, then those people feel attacked, and they just gonna swarm in. Like, you can't even tweet Nicki Minaj without her fans like literally threatening.
What about her?
They're gonna threaten to kill your grandparents, and your grandparents may be already dead, but
Every
they're gonna
time
dig them up and shoot them again.
Every single time I tweet about Nicki Minaj, it's N*CKI, because I'm not trying to have that beef in my mentions.
No, for
real. Because if they search her name, y'all, they gonna get you.
Have you ever seen, like, someone would just say some shit about artists, and then those things will come into on their Twitter, like on the person's Twitter who tweeted it, will have like, "Oh, R.I.P. Granny" or something like that. Like,
He'd be like, and fuck your grandma.
You'd be like, you saw that in my bio, my grandma did. They just be so, oh my God. Especially, I think, who would y'all say has the worst fans?
Nicki Minaj.
I think it's either Nicki or Azalea.
No. Nicki. No. Nicki. Nicki fans. Nigga, you about to get jumped by a Nicki fan. What
no, they like, they be about it.
Ariana Grande fans will make you cry on Twitter. They're not pulling up.
Nicki fans are pulling
Nicki
up.
Nicki fans they're jumping, nigga. Didn't she just tell you
they jumped
her mom? Yes, they made that girl lose her job at
at BET.
Who was she, the writer or something? Some media or something.
Nicki made her lose that job.
No, it was Stans also.
The Stans called her out.
Yeah, Nicki just said that, but nobody that wouldn't have catalyzed unless the Stans backed it and was like, "Yes, Nicki, you better expose her, rip her to shreds."
And then she was done. Yeah. Stan culture's scary. Listen. I send stuff via group DM. I ain't even gonna say Nicki Minaj. I'm scared to say her name now. We're gonna bleep it every time I say her name because somebody somewhere heard this and they're coming to kill my grandmother. You know, especially what y'all said about the internet, like being anonymous and everything like that. Like, you never know.
Actually, no, I take all this back. I think like stands of like extension cord, like 6ix9ine, like
those are the scariest.
They're the scariest. Like I feel
in terms of like you don't have morals.
You don't have morals. Yeah, no, 6ix9ine still be getting played in the club. This is my thing. What is the limit? Because if we're not canceling people for raping women or raping men, whatever, we're not canceling people for promoting drug use. We're not canceling people for just any other thing that you think is wrong. But touching kids, I feel like anything that has to do with kids in general should automatically make people be like, fuck him.
Well, she was 14. Well, she lied about her age. What?
It shouldn't be that many excuses. It should be, this person was underage, you're done.
But it's also like, it's not like niggas were whatever Tekashi fans a year ago. Nobody knew who he was. So that's the thing that's so crazy to me. It's like, you're just so willing to facilitate just to prove someone else wrong. You will listen to this nigga. It's not even like you think he goes. Yeah. You're just like, what did he do wrong? Because you're so afraid that could be you in that situation. I think
that's what I think. That's what actually I was about to say. I think a lot of these people like they blur the lines between like consent and all of that stuff. So when you call it out and be like, that's wrong, I think it's something that triggers them because they know that they probably were in a situation similar to that. I'm hip, and that's all I have to say on that because, girl. It ain't a teacup big enough to spill this tea today. But I'm just saying, like, certain times people just be jumping out. You be like, what does it have to do with you? Why are you so triggered? Moving along.
And then these, like, artists get stands off of this. Like, they didn't have stands prior.
Yeah, no. I don't know a single person that genuinely likes Tekashi. I think people just want to be controversial and contrarian. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
This man literally was with a kid.
I did not know X had fans. Like, I thought he was, like, comparable. I don't even know what artist to compare him to.
I did not know who he was, like, prior to
me either. Like, I heard, the first time I found out about him is when the whole reports came out with his girlfriend. And then the second time I really heard about him is when he died.
Yeah, same. It was just the girlfriend thing, and then it was he died. Yeah. That's all I knew. I didn't know anything about it. So the fact that there are people that are actually like, yo, 6ix9ine, blah, blah, and people were canceling this man because he's a snitch. Before they would cancel him because of the child situation. That took me out. People were like, we don't fuck with him no more. He out here snitching. So you care more about someone being a rat than you do about them potentially being a child predator. Like, that makes sense. I know. I'm like, at this point, I don't want to be a fan of anybody because you saw they try to take Drake out with that Millie Bobby, whatever the fuck her name is. They try to take him out with that, talking about why he texting this young girl, blah, blah, blah. But no. I was about to literally get niggas fired from their jobs for Drake. Like, I would have worked something out. I would have deleted some paperwork if I had to. Don't ever talk about Drake. That is a stand. That's the one person that is, like, untouchable for me. Don't ever say anything about Aubrey. We will square up right now. You look like you about to say something about Aubrey.
I really don't care enough. Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I don't.
Everybody has that one person, though.
Like,
even if
I will acknowledge, like,
a fuck up.
Yeah, like, especially if it's, like, one where it's, like, damn, like...
The hiding the kid thing, I was like, damn. I cried about it a little bit because I was like, I'd rather. I'm like, damn, like Sophie, you really like.
You know, the thing is, I would never say I'd go to bat for anybody like that because if the person like.
No, if it comes out that he's trash, I'm definitely gonna jump out the window and I live on the second floor.
Like, there's no like person great enough where I'm gonna drop all my morals just to support them.
Yeah,
maybe Beyonce.
I wouldn't say like
she could slap my mom and I would forgive her immediately. I'd be like, she didn't even mean, Ma, why you put your face right there? You knew
but
she
the
was
thing is, if these girls that we're out here, these women, that we out here standing did any of the stuff these guys did, I would have no problem canceling them. But the thing is, they don't move in the same way that guys do because they're not afforded the same space. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can't even think because the people I decided to stand are people that morally I think. Like, I feel like Ariana Grande might be the most shaky one, honestly.
Yeah, no, Ariana some days, girl. The ponytail be too tight. That's what it is. The ponytail
going
is too
MLK
tight.
Boulevard, you know what I'm saying? But she be wild.
The inner Negro be jumping out. I'd be like, Ariana, stop.
Contain yourself.
That's the only one. Because Rihanna don't do nothing but mind her business.
Yeah, all my people
and sell makeup.
I agree with them on a moral perspective a lot of the time.
Like, female artists I can think of is Azalea Banks, but like...
You're an Azalea Banks fan?
No.
Girl.
I'm just talking about like in general, like when you compare like.
Let me hide my chickens.
And then I will fucking throw this pin at you. Shut up.
Let me hide my chickens.
Back to my point.
I do think. Okay, we've been talking for a minute, but Azalea Banks is someone that needs to be addressed because she be wilding. Yes, I do agree. But she do not be wilding more than these niggas. She really don't.
And if kids, like,
she be speaking facts 89% of the time. She speaks facts.
Then that other 11.
The other 11, bro.
But
we just gotta forgive it.
The men going like up to bat for like all these like male artists are the same ones like attacking Azalea Banks like hardcore. Like they really go in on her.
We're in group chats with these men that will
expose them.
Literally
send them to jail.
Will annihilate Azalea Banks. Talking about some she's trash, she's this, she's that, she's been canceled, yada yada yada. And then you bring up Yee and it's like crickets. But I'm like, okay, the discographies are not comparable, but it's like we're not viewing them based off their discographies.
It's
like, you know what I'm
we're
saying?
talking about them as people.
No, it's not even crickets. It's like, oh, you gotta separate the music from the personality.
That's true.
We pick and choose who we do that from. I will say that. We pick and choose who we're gonna separate the music from who they are as people. If I hear Ignition one more time. Why are people... The thing is, there's a whole documentary. This man is locked the fuck up. Why are people still playing Ignition?
Where are you going?
Are you trolling? No, I mean, I'm seeing this on the internet.
In general.
People posting videos being like, why is it still being played? Or like, we told the DJ to cut it off, or we're never coming to this club again.
I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that all over the internet, too, especially on Instagram.
That would never happen in DC.
For sure. Like, I think that one thing I like about, like, being a fan of certain artists is just, like, you can be going through something, and then you hear it in the music, and you're like, wow, that song really changed my life. Like, there are certain... I say that there's an Ariana song, there's a Drake song, there's a Rihanna song, whatever, for every single mood, and I think that that's so true. Because music really does, like, change people's lives and really help people through dark situations. There's some people that listen to Ariana's Breathing, like myself, with anxiety, that's just like, hey, remember to breathe. This song reminds me to remember to breathe.
Get Well Soon is the same thing for me.
Yeah, it's like certain songs.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree with the whole getting through stuff, because I remember, like, when I think of certain artists, like, when I think of specifically One Direction and Mac Miller, like, those were times in my life where it wasn't, I was really trying to figure myself out. Yeah. I wasn't like, happy all the time, and I didn't even understand why, So I think like when you have an artist that you really connect with, they make sad music, but you're like, wow, I connect with this, and it's not making me sadder, but it's just helping me relate to something. And when you relate to something, you're like, oh my god, like this is not just me, this is this person who has all this money, like they're going through it too, so I'm gonna get through it too. Like they're happy in the next song, maybe I'll be happy in the next song.
That's how I be with Ariana. I'm like, I can listen to Almost Is Never Enough and then switch right into Bloodline. Like I don't want you in my bloodline, don't ever talk to me again. When I just came from crying. Like, it just be like that. And I think a lot of times people think that, like, just because you say, like, you really love a person or, like, you act, quote-unquote, obsessed over that person, that you're in this extreme level of stan culture. No, just because I talk about Drake all the time doesn't mean I'm going to shoot someone in the face for talking about him. Like,
I also think, like, people think grieving over artists is, like, an extreme. But I mean, like...
It's not, though. If that person... When Michael Jackson died, I know a lot of, like, older women that literally were crying because they were like, his music got me through an abusive relationship, or his music, like, it helped me because, you know, when I had my daughter, I was really sad, but his upbeat music helped me, like, dance and move forward or whatever. Like, some people say, oh, I really like Rihanna's old album because, you know, I was able to dance to it. Like, people have different reasons for why they connect to the music. And I think that's the healthy part of, like, the whole fan culture, stan culture, whatever. It's like, and we didn't there's a song for everything.
Like, we talked about YouTube kind of, but we didn't talk about how social media has made us more connected to people. Like, you have your tweet notifications, Instagram notifications on from Masego. I have them on for a couple people. Like, it's like, I feel like, not necessarily like they're my friend or something, but like I kind of know them on a personal level, you know what I'm saying? Not like I don't know like everything about them, but like I know them as much as I can through social media. So it's like when you make the connection through music and then you make that connection through like social media on top of that, like the words they're saying, you know, the pictures they're posting, whatever, it really like you feel like you kind of know them, and then you feel like they've been a part of like you know, growing up or whatever, getting through whatever you're getting through.
Like getting a notification from like Vince Staples, like oh, like that, like makes my day better.
Me, when I get a Rico Nasty notification and I read it, it's some BS, but it's like funny. I wish that she came out earlier. I know she's like younger than us, but I wish she was out earlier, because to have a woman that's rowdy and like, it just reminds me of like my middle school self, like just wild, saying whatever, doing whatever, like that. The mood that I get into when I'm listening to Rico Nasty is just like, I wish I had somebody like that to look up to growing up, to be like, it's okay to be rowdy. It's okay to like express your emotions as a woman. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to like,
oh my God, I know this podcast is already so long, but wow, I could talk for an hour about Rico Nasty.
I think that's actually a very good point, because I was like, I don't have role models like that. Like, I'm thinking about like my culture, like being Ethiopian. Like my mom was like, always saying like, don't have a lot of friends, like be to yourself, like kind of be like introverted. So like having like a role model that like kind of has the traits and qualities like that you want, like Beza said, like that's very important. Like, it's a guide sometimes.
Rico is so unapologetically herself. That's why I love her. That's why I'm literally in love with her. Like you said, she could spit in your mouth. I think that I'm at that point now. She can literally choke me to death.
And it makes me even wow, I didn't even listen. But it makes me even happier when men are like, I like her music, like it's kind of okay or it's kind of tough, but why does she be yelling? But why does she be so angry all the time? Why does
she may not even be angry, she's just being expressive. Yeah, like why is it? It's just so crazy because women can't do anything. Women breathe and men are like, cancel.
I know, why you breathing so damn loud, nigga? Get on my face, like damn. And it's just so crazy that like her rise has been so. Like, what's the word? Like, it's not something that you would have thought would happen.
No,
like,
I didn't. I thought like after the first 3 songs she was going to be done, because I was like, people aren't going to like this. People aren't going to be able to relate to it. And then when I saw so many other people like myself that was just like, yo, she's rowdy and I'm here for it.
Yeah, because like she came out a brick ago, and you know she's from PG, so everyone was listening to her music, everyone was bumping her, and I was like, wow, she's really tough. But I did not think she was about to get out of PG County, and that's not even because I don't believe in her music. Because I 100.
I just thought people was gonna hate 50%.
I thought people were gonna hate on her. I thought people were gonna listen to her accent. I thought people were gonna listen to the way she says, like this. Well, she doesn't say that much sexual stuff, but. Like the aggression she has in everything she says, and be like, damn, like just shut up, you know, like just calm down, like just stay in your place, you know what I'm saying? So it's amazing to see Rico Nasty reach the level she's reached. Like I'm so happy for her.
I know, I be low-key finna cry.
I'm so happy.
I be like so in my feelings whenever.
Shout out PG County.
Okay.
Shout out Pretty Girl County.
Okay, so thank you guys so much. I really enjoyed this conversation, and I hope you guys did too. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Also, if you can rate and review my podcast, please do so. To the people who have done that, I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting. Bye.
Wait. Submit better suggestions for topics also.
Yes, no, please submit better suggestions for topics, because to ask me to get on this podcast in 2019, the year of our Lord, and to tell you how to cheat, you, my friend, have me fucked up. And you know who you are. So please, guys, submit better suggestions. Tell me what you want to hear. Tell me if you want to be on the podcast. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to act like I didn't see your message. I'm going to leave you on scene. But if you are a person that has good conversation, we may have to chop it up. Did I say that right?
You did.
Okay, bye, hoes.